Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
What? Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But, sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool. Really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this. So why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately. Because time lost is brain lost.
Weight loss, it's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Be free.
Nice, Dad. Nice, Dad. Nice.
Charles!
Nice, Dad.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
Hands can do incredible things. Now they can even help save a life with hands-only CPR. If you see an adult suddenly collapse, just call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Learn more at handsonlycpr.org.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
And hello and welcome to The Open, the one and only talk show that brings the best of the Bronx and the New York and the world right to you. I'm your host, Darren Jaime, and here's a look at what's coming up today. First up, it is World Arthritis Day on Thursday, and we have an expert set to give us details about a luncheon and a very special event for sufferers of that disease. Then we'll take a look at world and domestic news with our political analyst, Mark Myritz. The Points Director of Arts and Entertainment is here to discuss some upcoming events for teens in the community. Plus, the Riverdale Festival of the Arts is coming up this weekend. The inside scoop from the creators are right here on Open, as well as October's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we'll tell you about an awareness seminar coming up on Saturday. And finally, the Fordham Road Business Improvement District is busy with many events in the fall. We'll tell you about some of them at the end of the show, so stick around because all this and much more is headed your way. Right now, we're officially open. And welcome, Bronxites, to another edition of Open. Today is Wednesday, October 10th, 2012, and I'm your host, Darren Jaime. Now, Open is the show that's bringing you the inside scoop on all things local and all the best in the worldwide news. We also want to let you know that we're live, and we want to remind you can give us a call at 718-960-7241. Or, as always, you can send us an email to open@bronxnet.org with any and all of your comments you might have on the show. We're also social networking, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com, and that's Open BronxNet Television, and also on Twitter at BronxNet TV. Or you can watch us straight from the website at any time, www.bronxnet.org. Well, arthritis is painful. It it's tough, but there are ways to live with less pain. We have on set Dr. Irene Blanco, our rheumatologist at Montefiore Medical Center, and we welcome her now to the show. And October is a very special month when it comes to arthritis.
Yes, definitely. October 12th actually is World Arthritis Day, and so Montefiore, in conjunction with the Arthritis Foundation, is having a kickoff event. So tomorrow, Thursday, at Montefiore, in order to celebrate World Arthritis Day, we'll be having 4 speakers: myself, another rheumatologist, an orthopedic surgeon, and another rheumatologist who's also the CSO of the Arthritis Foundation, where we'll be discussing not only how to diagnose and treat arthritis, but what are other options, surgical options, and really what's coming in the pipeline with regards to any scientific advancements and whatnot.
Because it's a disease that affects many, young as well as old. For people who are not familiar with arthritis, how do you classify and define arthritis?
So arthritis is any type of inflammation that affects a joint, really. And so there are very many types of arthritis. The most common arthritis that I think people think about is osteoarthritis, and that's the bread and butter arthritis from just wear and tear that happens to joints over time. But there's also rheumatoid arthritis. There's juvenile types of arthritis as well, juvenile idiopathic arthritis. Lupus has a large component of arthritis to it as well. So there's very many different types, and it's important to kind of see your provider to be able to kind of distinguish which one you have, because some may be much more severe and malignant than others.
Sometimes early diagnosis will be the best cure for people. What can they do in terms of being tested, looking around for arthritis? What are some of the warning signs? So
some of the warning signs is obviously pain in a joint, whether or not there's swelling, whether or not it's hot, red. Do you have any stiffness in the joint? Whether or not you hear a sound, any clicking or locking when you're going up and down stairs. All of these can be particular signs of different kinds of arthritis.
So you have these kind of signs, and so those are the warning signs. Talk to us a little bit about after that, because after the process, someone does have arthritis. They come through your doors. They're a little worried because obviously it's a disease that affects many, and the word is it doesn't go away, but it's something that you can live with.
It's something that you can live with, and something that can definitely be treated and help limit its severity and help, in certain cases, help its progression and for it not to progress. So, once you get to the doctor, most important thing is history and physical exam. So we always tell patients, write things down. What makes it better? What makes it worse? Is it better in the morning? Is it better in the afternoon? Is there any swelling? Is there any redness? Because it really kind of helps us to pinpoint really kind of what's going on. After that, obviously the physical exam, and then from there we either do a series of blood tests and imaging studies, be it regular x-rays, MRI, etc., to kind of just try to pinpoint exactly what's going on in our patients.
Dr. Blanco, tell those people who are out there listening right now who might be, not so familiar with arthritis, exactly what is the best way that a family member, if you have family members who, who are definitely dealing with it, what are the best ways that you can be a support to those people with arthritis?
I think understanding a patient's particular limitations is really important, where for some of us, it may just be really easy to get up and get off the couch, for example. For other patients, it's really not that easy, especially if you have really painful arthritis in your knees, for example. You just really can't get up off that couch. Or, for example, if you have a lot of arthritis in your hands, even just opening and closing jars, opening and closing doors can just be a challenge. So
tomorrow's a special day, so you'll have some speakers, and give us the rundown of the day one more time.
So it's going to start off a kickoff at Monty. It's actually located at Montefiore Medical Center proper at the Gun Hill Center entrance. It's in the Grand Hall. People can still register. The phone number is 1-800-MD-MONTY. So you just spell it out on the phone. And so there'll be 4 speakers. The first speaker is Clem Tago, who's one of my colleagues. He'll be talking about kind of the signs and symptoms of arthritis, what to look for, what to tell your primary care doctor. I'll be discussing how to diagnose and really kind of treat it. Then Dr. Cabelli, who is the chairman of the Department of Orthopedics, will be giving you surgical options for the patients. And then Dr. John Harden, who is another one of my colleagues in the Division of Rheumatology, but is also a member of the Arthritis Foundation, he'll be discussing the new scientific advancements in osteoarthritis.
So it should be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have a roundabout numbers of how many people are actually affected with arthritis?
So it's upwards of 50 million people in this country, and about 3 to 4 million New Yorkers have arthritis. arthritis. And so it's actually one of the #1 causes of disability in this country. And so it's, I mean, public health-wise, it's a huge, it really affects a large segment of the population, and it affects a lot of money, just money-wise healthcare in general.
Well, certainly that discussion will be taking place tomorrow at Monte. Anyone can check out Montefiore's website for more information. Dr. Blanco, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us here.
Thanks for having me.
All righty. Then you can check Montefiore's website on different information in regards to conditions, and for more on the Arthritis Luncheon, call 1-800-MD-MONTE or 800-636-6683. And after the break, we will come and sit down with our political analysts. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in a few seconds.
Energy savers. It's easy. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off electronics and appliances when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Learn more at energy.gov/kids.
The flashlight and the batteries?
Yes.
Did you make sure we're not missing anything in the first aid kit?
Yup.
Did you go through the plan with the kids again?
Yes. The more you prepare today, the more you'll be able to reduce the devastating effects of a tornado, an earthquake, a power outage, or any other disaster.
And welcome back here to Open. Darren Jaime here with you right now. We're going to take a look at our local and world news with our leading political analyst, Mark Myers. And we have him right here on set. Mark is also a professor at SUNY Maritime College. And good to have you.
Wonderful to be here.
Good. Big news happening as we get ready for probably the second presidential debate. The question is what does Barack Obama need to do to turn things around debate-wise? Because obviously from the general consensus is debate number one, advantage Romney.
Well, I think he first has to have a meeting with Big Bird. That became a big issue in the campaign, the whole issue with Sesame Street. And actually, I think the next debate is the vice presidential debate, which is going to take place on Thursday evening, tomorrow evening, actually, October 11th. And then 2 more presidential debates. The president's start off was weak. He didn't have an effective presentation. Romney was very well prepared and very relaxed, and the president was not prepared. And the reason is that the president's the president, and he's busy doing the job of the president. He's not busy debating. That's not his job. He has the world on his shoulders, so that was difficult. But I think he's going to come back strong on the next debate. He has to. But it looks like the numbers are favorable.
But one would say, even though you are the president of the United States, many of these issues should just really come off the cuff for you. If you're operating, it should be very easy. In stark contrast, the president seemed very stiff.
Right. I think this is very perplexing because the campaigning Obama is very, very effective. When the president campaigns, he's very effective. But this time, he wasn't able to be as effective as he is on the stump. So I think he just needs to retool his skills set and to be more effective. And for example, he didn't mention the 47% issue, and that was just a natural that everybody was expecting. He didn't mention that. So he's going to mention that the next time. And of course, the debate is also going to center on foreign policy, where the president has some issues, particularly in connection with the Benghazi attack, which resulted in the killing of a United States ambassador. And that's a weakness because there's a lot going. Actually, there's a congressional hearing today on that where they're going to bring out the fact that the State Department was well aware of the security issues and did not boast the security before the attack.
Yeah, and that's been said that there's a lot of information out there saying that how bad is this going to damage the president going forward in this campaign, given the fact that we probably will learn these things today?
Right. Well, I do think that foreign policy generally, there's a lot of dispute on this, is not the main issue. in people's minds. The main issue, jobs, 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 and jobs. Actually, there's a cartoon I saw in one of the newspapers where they're preparing Biden for the debate, and they have 4 points. Jobs, J-O-B-S. That's what he's supposed to remember, those 4 letters. That's the big issue, jobs and the economy. And I think the numbers are better. The numbers are improving. That's what people are looking at. A foreign policy disaster is something that can hurt a president. Foreign policy successes at this time, the president is really trying to keep the world, I think, steady until such time as he can, if he's reelected, he can take over again. The Benghazi thing interfered with that because it shows a perception of the president and the Secretary of State as not being effective at the helm of foreign policy.
Well, and the other thing is the whole question of terrorism and the fact that since 9/11, America has not been under the guise of terrorism as we know it. This came about as close to 9/11 as possible, not even,
It's literally on 9/11.
Right. So therefore, you have this whole situation. The question on the hearts and minds of Americans is whether or not the president is actually going to have enough foreign policy in his stump to be able to, be successful over Mitt Romney tomorrow. Talk about Mitt Romney's foreign policy and a lot of questions really surrounding him. The president has his job lined up ahead of him, but certainly big questions for Mitt Romney as well.
Well, of course, Mitt Romney is a challenger, and President Obama is the president. He has on his positive balance sheet the killing of Osama bin Laden, the use of drones, many other things, withdrawal from Iraq and Afghanistan, many, many such things that he has as an international leader. And Secretary of State Clinton, as a reflection of the president's foreign policy, has many things in her positive balance sheet as well. Romney's coming along now and saying, well, your foreign policy is ineffective and I have a whole new idea of the Middle East. Well, that's very easy for the challenger to come along and say. The question is the populace interested in it? And secondly, do they buy it? So I think the Benghazi thing sort of is a bump in the road, and the administration has to get over that in the next debate, and he has to try to explain that. The fact is, you mentioned 9/11. What has happened is America has, thank God, successfully prevented attacks on the home front. So the Al-Qaedas of the world and the terrorists are now attacking us around the world in these embassies. So there was a problem there. They were aware of it. The ambassador was complaining about the fact that there was not enough security in that location. In fact, they withdrew a number of officers. On the other side, the Republicans voted to cut appropriations for security personnel around the world. So it's not a totally one-sided issue, but it's one that focuses attention. Of course, the killing of an ambassador, I think it's the first killing of an ambassador in approximately, 30 years, is a heinous and a terrible thing that all Americans are very upset about. But is it going to really cause a tremendous blip in the numbers? I think not. The president has to show that he's in charge of foreign policy. He can't control the entire world. He's doing the best job he can do, and he's the president. And the problem was that Romney, if you recall, criticized President Obama at the outset for his apology and all that. Romney was lambasted for that because the challenger's position is not to criticize the president who is at the helm of the government, and we need to be united behind the president. So I think that we're very close to the election, unless there's some other disaster, and God forbid, hopefully there's no other problem, like in Turkey or Syria, where there's a war in Syria, and Romney's saying we should go into Syria and we should help the Syrian rebels. President Obama has been very cautious. By the way, he's been tremendously criticized by the Turkish press and by the Turkish prime minister, saying, hey, where's America here? How come you're not helping us with this thing? Look what's happening. Syria is shooting shells at us, and America's not doing anything.
And I know that's the question that's on the hearts and minds of those in Turkey, because we know that they're looking for American assistance. Is it too late, if you will, to get in the game for President Obama with regards to Turkey?
First of all, President Obama is not getting in the game before elections. All politics is local. Tip O'Neill. Tip O'Neill said it. It's true. Nothing is going to happen of a major consequence between now and Election Day. I think that's pretty sure. And the problem is the Turkish perspective on this, and I've talked to many Turks about it, is they're very disturbed at Turkey having become the front person or the front man in that area of the Middle East. They feel, many do, that America has basically put Turkey up front to take the brunt of all this Syrian fighting, the refugees, the shelling, the downing of a plane, while America stands back and doesn't do anything. So it's a touchy issue. Now, it really is an interesting question. Depending on who wins the election, then we'll see a direction for foreign policy more affirmatively. But right now, President Obama's position is keep the status quo, no more disasters, no more Benghazis, no wars, because we withdrew from Iraq, we're withdrawing from Afghanistan, bipartisan position on that. No more wars, no commitment of troops right now. Keep it steady. Romney, as the challenger, is trying to show chaos in the administration. The world is falling apart. I have a better policy. Well, that's always the challenger's position. But the president can sit in the White House and say, I'm running the world. I killed Osama bin Laden. Okay, I'm sending the drones. I'm doing the job. And, of course, there are situations that occur, and we're going to have to address them. But we cannot, especially when Republicans are cutting the budget, and he's going to bring that up, I'm sure, be able to provide enough security to protect our embassies and our consulates around the world. So it's a tricky situation.
With the unemployment rate falling down to 7.8%, is that going to be a feather in the president's cap going forward?
Well, it's interesting because the debate now about these numbers is, are the numbers, who wrote the numbers? How did they get the numbers? Are they accurate numbers? And this is the American way, skepticism. Many people believe, for example, that America never landed on the moon. They just actually had a BronxNet set, and they had people, landing on the moon, and they didn't really happen. So skepticism is rampant. Of course, those numbers will help the president. The question is, now Romney is surging. If the president can counter him in the next debate and do very, very well on the next debates, and also not have any great disasters, either domestically or internationally, it would look good, still look good for the president, but as somebody once said to me, if you want to be a prognosticator in politics, then you should become an astrologer, because that's how much of a perfect science prediction is before an election when we're this close. They're very close now. They go up and down, and they're going to the swing states like Ohio, and they're trying to get there. And, the things like Big Bird and all these things, these are distractions.
So you're telling me that I can't ask you a prediction here?
I would say I would not be ready for a prediction. Maybe when we get closer to the election.
That's a dead giveaway, isn't it? Right about now, you're saying it's too close to call? Is that
I think it's too close to call because...
I'm giving you an out here.
Well, you're giving me an out because I just saw the numbers that they had today, and it said that Romney is up by, I think, 2 points or 3 points, but there's always a margin of error. When you look in the small print of these polls, it says plus or minus 3%, okay? So we never know really if it's up or down. And when we get closer, much closer, we'll know better. But as you know, in the last election, 2008, matter of fact, I was going to a broadcast to do a program on this, and I was supposed to talk about what if there's a tie in the Electoral College between President Obama and McCain. When I got there, the president already won in a landslide. So it just goes for prognosticating. I don't like to prognosticate, especially at this point. But absent any disasters, absent any real, errors, if he does well in the debate, I think the chances are very good for the president to be reelected. I would say that. I'll go out on a limb.
You go out on a limb?
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to bring you back. So
Please do.
Jump out again.
Please do.
All right.
Let's see if that was right.
All right. Our political analyst, Mark Meyritz. And if you want more from Mark Meyritz, you can check him out at Meyritz.com. And we'll be back with The Point and their upcoming arts events. That's coming up here on Open. So we encourage you to stay with us. We go from politics to The Point. We'll be right back.
For you. Hey, Mom.
Girls, I used to cheer back in my day. Ready? Okay! Go team!
That was amazing. Mom, that was amazing.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
This is so cool, Dad.
Awesome. This is so cool, Dad.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
The magical thing about using energy wisely is that anyone can do it. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off computers and game systems when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Grab a grown-up and go online to energy.gov/kids.
The Point is an organization serving the Hunts Point section of the Bronx, and they have some exciting new events happening for the community. Events for all ages, and all are welcome. And we welcome now Danny Peralta to the show, and he's from The Point, and good to have you.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. So, Point is doing pretty busy these days, huh?
Yeah. We just kicked off our fall programming last week. So we feature programs for young people as early as 6, and we go to, like to say, 106 years old. So we work with all ages. Right now we're really focused on building up our teen programs and getting the word out about all those types of programs we have. So we have everything from community activism programs for teens to photography programs with the International Center of Photography, circus programming, hip-hop literacy, therapeutic programs, visual arts. You kind of name it. We kind of do a little bit of everything.
So in the falls, usually when you see your great group of students and young people come in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the best time of the year. We start off now in October. We end sometime in the middle of June with something called the Fish Parade, which is a huge community event that we do to get everybody together and sort of kick off the summer. But throughout the school year, we're very focused on academics, the arts, and all the work that we do around our mission, which is really to help revitalize the community. And we really use the young people as assets to do that.
Talk about how you guys assist in the area of academics. Kids go to school, they have a hard time, and you know, sometimes they're doing all right, but you do play assistance in the role of academics for kids.
Yeah. I mean, and again, we look at academics in a wide range. So again, even if we don't have necessarily the most tutors in the house, what we do is that we really try to make sure that the young people are doing a lot of literacy activities. So everything has a reading and a writing component. So there's a lot of that going on throughout the week. And essentially, again, we're really trying to build up the future leaders of our community. So, you know, all the work that we do really looks at transformation. And so, again, the young people who are probably not the most sound academic students, they come to the point and they can excel. You know, they have leadership opportunities there that, again, in different types of opportunities that are not just straight academic or traditional academics that allow them to excel.
In our last segment, we had our political analysts on, and, you know, community activism and politics, they kind of go hand in hand. You're encouraging young people to be active in community activism. Give us a little bit about this community activism workshop and what young people actually have an opportunity to partake in.
Certainly. We have a great program called Action, and it stands for Activists Coming to Inform Our Neighborhood. And it's teenagers primarily who are the face of some of the campaign work that we do. So right now we're active in something about, like, I think 14 or 15 different campaigns in the community. Everything from helping to build parks, the Greenway, the South Bronx Greenway is a big campaign that we're working on. And we're also, again, you know, we have the young people activated. So what do they think about their community? What are the things that they see that they need in the community, and how do we activate them to do that type of work? So they spend about 10 months really, and some kids spend a couple of years doing this program, but essentially what they're allowed to do is that they're allowed to go out to the community, they petition the community, they do town hall meetings for the community, and again, they try to elicit support from the community on issues that directly affect the community. So originally when there was no park in the area, you know, our young people went out, they elicited support of the community. What do we need? So the park was built. So Barretto Point Park was built. When the park was sitting there was nobody really hanging out there because there's no traffic or there's no way to get there with public transportation. The young people petitioned to help get a bus route to get over there. When the park was just hot and there was no, not enough shade, the young people helped petition to get a pool put into the park, something called the Floating Lady. So again, it's really about activating young people to take, to really take control of what's happening and think critically, again, about what's happening and make a change.
What's the reaction of young people who do participate in the program? Obviously, you go from having no voice to actually being a voice, and then also affecting change. So what kind of reactions are you seeing out of those?
You see a lot of variety of different reactions. I mean, this summer we did a great program with the SYP, and our young people were working and learning at the same time. So what we did this summer, we created this blog, this thing called, and I'm going to plug it right now. Why not, right?
Why not?
thepointcdc.tumblr.com, and really it's the voice of the young people talking about not only what they're learning, but also documenting it through photography, through video. And again, young people, our mission really is to see young people transform. So even if you come in for a one-off experience that's maybe an hour or two, or you're there for several years, the idea is that you're going to come out a different person. And again, our staff is really, really dedicated to the work that they do. We have people that are coming in from the community as role models, and the idea is that, again, you teach one person and then they can teach the next person and they move on. And so that's really the mission of the work.
Arts and entertainment is a big focus of the Point.
Education, excuse me. Education.
I just said, what did I say?
Arts, you said entertainment.
I'm sorry, education. Arts and education is
yeah.
a big focus of what you guys do at the Point. I want to talk a little bit about the arts, because that seems to be a place where we see in the educational system a lot of cuts happening. Music, the arts. Talk about the reinforcement of that and what it actually means in the life of a young person.
Yeah, again, I was a young person, I was an artist as well, and I went to a traditional school because I didn't think that I was going to be able to survive as an artist, right? So I'm a product of that. Essentially what we're trying to teach young people is how to be working artists. And what we do is that we present them with opportunities to be working artists. So a lot of the programming that we have, for example, our ICP program, which we'd love to get more young people to be involved with now, is a black and white photography program. Young people learn how to shoot film. They come into a darkroom setting. They learn how to print. They learn how to mount. And what they do is that they learn how to to sell their work. So the work gets presented, the work gets sold, the young people get half the money, the other half goes back into the program. Again, schools don't really do this as much. And so again, we have young people, and all these programs are all free of charge. So young people can take advantage of photography, they can take advantage of music programming, they can take advantage of social circus programming, hip-hop, theater, you name it, we kind of do a little bit of everything. But again, where the schools kind of don't do, we kind of pick up the slack from them, and we kind of do that type of work whenever we can. And again, totally free of charge for all young people.
Big events happening this week?
Yeah, we have a couple of, this Friday actually is going to be very busy at the Point. We're usually very busy. We're going to be having an event called the Love Motel for Insects at our Riverside campus, so we would love to see people come out.
Explain that one.
Yeah, explain that one.
You just said throw it out there, not say something about it. Okay.
Yeah. No, essentially it's an art installation that an artist by the name of Brandon Ballanger, and this gentleman travels the world doing these art installations. But his whole thing is that insects are very important to the ecosystem, so we have to sort of give them a space to mate and to reproduce. And again, in a world where people are kind of icky about insects and bugs and stuff like that, we kind of celebrate them as part of our community as well. So we're going to be actually having an event where we're going to be opening up an installation, one of his installations, and again, attracting people to come in. And again, it's about the environment, it's about art, and all of our work is really generated that way. Also at our main campus, we're going to be doing an event with an organization called In Good Company, which is Cliff Bar and several other organizations and companies, corporations that come together, and they're doing an experience here in the Bronx for the week where they're doing some community service, and this is going to be their ending event. So we're going to have some hip hop, we're going to have some mambo that day, and then we're going to just have a nice big celebration for the work that they've done. And that's this Friday. Yeah.
Now, for more people want more information on the Point, what do they do?
They can go to thepoint.org. Or they can go to the Tumblr, so thepointcdc.tumblr.com. And again, you can find information about all of our programs there, our arts and cultural programs, our youth and community development programs, as well as our environmental and social justice campaigns.
You're seeing the Point's website there, once again, point.org, and you be sure to check it out and find out all the exciting information as well as programs for young people. And
wonderful.
Come on, thank you so much for
having us.
With us.
Wonderful, thank you.
All righty.
Have a good day.
Now, you have a great one too. All right, now stay with us, because guess what? Coming up after the break, we are going to take you to the Riverdale Festival of the Arts. We're going to go back behind the scenes and let you know what's going on. Stay with us.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
I remember how much you said you liked wine.
Oh.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
Mom, I'm not gonna go to college.
What are you saying? You've got to go to college.
Well, they offered me a job, and...
Son, college is much more important.
No.
Yes.
No, Mom.
Yes.
Anyways, it's my decision.
Okay, well then decide what degree you're going to get because you will go to college.
Their tomorrow depends on your words today. The Hispanic Scholarship Fund has the information you need to help your kids go to college.
So here are the keys. Congratulations, it's officially yours. I'm sure you'll have many happy years here. Except for you, because you'll be gone 3 years from now, struck down by the same disease that got your father. So you won't be around for them. And sadly, it could have been detected early with a simple test, but you didn't have it. Okay, who wants to check out the backyard?
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Did you know that getting up and getting active for just 60 minutes a day is all it takes to help you get stronger, look better, and feel great?
Or that fresh fruits and veggies aren't just healthier and crunchier, they can taste better too?
Eating better and getting more active is easier than you think.
Yeah! Keep watching for some fun and easy ways to discover the magic of healthy living in your life.
America.
Let's get healthy together!
Well, moving right along in our show, Riverdale is a home to a burgeoning community of artists, and the Festival of Arts is just one indicator of the quality of their talent. This year's festival takes place on Sunday, and we've got Tracy Shelton and Joe Green here with us, and
Lisa Cooper.
Lisa Cooper. I'm sorry. You know, I just
Tracy and I work so close together.
I know. I'll explain to the audience later on. But yes, thank you so much, Lisa Cooper, Joe Green here with us, and welcome to Open.
Thank you. We're thrilled to be here.
Great. So give us a little bit about the foundation here.
So we are about to do our third Riverdale Festival of the Arts. We're a live music and art festival, and we're really excited about this year's event. We've got live music, including Austin artist Suzanne Chofel, who just appeared on NBC's The Voice. Mm-hmm. We've got great live international jazz from the Joe Farnsworth Trio. We have the Bronx Arts Ensemble. We have a Scottish singer. We have art from galleries and museums. We've got the Bronx Art Museum. We've got the Pesos Peace Museum. We've got my gallery, and we've got wonderful merchants and exhibits and art projects. So it's really an amazing day filled with art and music and activities and all sorts of events for everyone.
And so the community will be out in full force. And so we've got everything for not just adults, we got some stuff for kids as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've got raffles for kids. We're giving out pumpkins. There's artwork that they can be doing there. Lots of different things that we've got for the kids. Balloons that we're going to be handing out to the kids, which actually is a huge hit. Mm-hmm. Bringing out the families, which is a wonderful thing. In this internet age, people are inside all the time, and this is a great way for people to get out, get together, and it's a wonderful thing for the Riverdale community and the whole community in the area.
What we've really seen and it is our third festival. At the last festival, we saw people connecting and talking and smiling and laughing. And we loved it, and it was across all ages. So it was such a great day to bring everyone together across really diverse boundaries.
And a multiplicity of different artists, and you've got, you got music going, you've got art going,
it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's going to be able to see the different artwork that's there. Lisa brings a bunch of different artists together, and it's really beautiful. I mean, we've got a couple of the things here that are absolutely gorgeous and different and stuff you don't see every day, but at the same time really interesting. And it's not just stuff that old fogies go and look at. It's a wonderful thing for everyone in the family to be able to look at and enjoy, and it's great to see new people getting an interest in art.
Lisa, walk us through what we have here.
Okay, so we've got two different artists, and at my gallery I represent artists from around the world and donate a portion of my sales back to charity that helps underserved children heal through art. We've got two of my artists. This is Allison Gregory. She is a young emerging Austin artist. This is epoxy resin and pigments. Everybody that looks at her work just smiles like you did. Yes. It's amazing. It's just joyful. And then I've got Shari Rubeck, who is another emerging artist, and she is from, Massachusetts, and she does this great series of bunnies that are very conversational and have these great human characteristics. We've got amazing artists doing all medium, from photography and pottery doing everything, and we're just really excited about both the museums and the artists that we'll be showing and bringing everyone together and sharing the great resources and art that we have within the community.
I was getting ready to say, because when you look at the community of Riverdale, there are a tremendous plethora of resources, and not just resources, but I mean, you'd be surprised that, you know, who's actually in your community. Exactly. I guess in this kind of way, it gives you the opportunity to see who's who and who does what.
But it's even in the Bronx itself, because I'm part of the Bronx Arts Alliance, so it's bringing in the Bronx Art Museum and Casita Maria and the Pesos Peace Museum and other areas, so people get to know, and you just had Danny from The Point, and the great resources that we have within the area.
And the area is pretty popular, and so you're a sponsor?
I am a sponsor at Weikert Realtors House and Home in Riverdale, which actually deals with all of the Bronx as well, which is one of the reasons we really are enjoying being a sponsor for this event. And we like to bring the community together. I mean, the communities need to be able to interact more. As I said, it's an internet society we live in now. We want to be able to have people actually talking to each other, actually meeting with each other, and having a really good time doing that. And this is such a wonderful way to do that and bring people from outside of Riverdale in, expose the rest of Riverdale to the rest of the Bronx. It's really a wonderful way for people to interact. And we love being a part of that. We really do.
And we're so grateful for Joe and all of our sponsors for really allowing us to make this happen.
Public participation with the arts. Talk about that, because, you know, there's a lot more. As we're seeing more people becoming involved, more people, you know, partaking in things such as this. Are you seeing numbers like continue to rise in regards to that?
I think we're seeing them rise. I mean, another organization that we have joining us is Free Arts NYC, that helps children in underserved communities heal through art. And, you know, you just see the healing power of art, whether it's a little kid who may be ignored in the rest of society or, you know, an adult. We also have another, the Dynamic Expressions Museum, which is all people with handicaps will be showing their work as well. Art has such an amazing healing process, and I do think it connects us, it helps us to feel things, and that's so important, like Joe said, in this day and age, and to relate and to have those emotions.
And I think these kinds of events actually bring the arts out to people so we can have more interaction. I mean, without these kinds of events, it'll start to fall into the background. We really need to bring it out into the open, which is exactly what this does, to have people say, hey, look at that. That's something I've never even thought about that before.
How did they do that?
Right. And it's a wonderful
And you look at it, I'm like, okay, yeah, how does this come about?
Exactly.
You know, I'm really like,
and it's very cool.
Right. I mean, the colors out there and they're popping, and I'm saying, but how did you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then bunnies. I mean, come on.
Have a
I love
conversation.
those bunnies. I mean, they're wonderful. And these are the kinds of things that we need to continually be exposing the society to, Riverdale to, the Bronx to, and we want to keep doing that. And that's why we keep doing this.
So we're live music and art, and we're Sunday.
So give us a little bit. Tell us what we're going to expect on this Sunday.
So it all starts at 11 o'clock. We're at Mosholu Avenue between 255th and 256th in the grounds of Riverdale Neighborhood House. All of our information is on our website at www.riverdalefestivalofthearts.com, on our Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter, and just come. It's going to be an amazing day with great music just across the board, and amazing arts and projects and exhibitors, and fun for the entire family.
And so we've got the Bronx Arts Ensemble that will also be out there performing, and they'll be performing as well as the Riverdale Rising Stars. They'll be sharing crowd favorites for the whole community, and so there are just a couple of the people that you'll be seeing out there. You'll see a wonderful display of art, and you're looking right now at the website, so that way you can be able to find out more about the actual event. And somebody from The Voice, huh?
Absolutely. From The Voice, she's going to be amazing. She's performing at noon.
So we want to come out there at 12 noon and be able to participate and really enjoy the arts. And it's still a beautiful time of year. Fall is here, and so it's a great time of the year for that. And so we're
going to be having raffles also. We're going to be raffling off pumpkins. We're going to be raffling off giant things of Hershey's Kisses. We're going to be having things for kids to be able to come in and enjoy. And come on down. It's going to be a lot of fun for everyone. Balloons, as I said, etc. Everything they want.
So Lisa, if people want more information, what do they do?
The best thing to do is to look at our website, RiverdaleFestivaloftheArts.com. Check us out on Facebook. If they have any questions, we've got email addresses. But come down and see us on Mosholu Avenue and 255th Street, and it's going to be an amazing day.
All right, Lisa Cooper, Joe Green, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, and best wishes this weekend.
Thank you so much.
All righty, well, we thank them for coming to the show, and the Riverdale Festival for the Arts is happening this Sunday once again. Now, as they said, more information can be found at RiverdaleFestivalOfTheArts.com, and you can just log on and be a part of that. It is a great time this weekend's coming up. And stay with us because we've got to take a quick break, but we'll be coming right back right after this.
I remember how much you said you liked mine.
Oh.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who take you just as you are.
Mom, I'm not gonna go to college.
What are you saying? You've got to go to college.
Well, they offered me a job, and...
Son, college is much more important.
No.
Yes.
No, Mom.
Yes.
Anyways, it's my decision.
Okay, well then decide what degree you're going to get because you will go to college.
Their tomorrow depends on your words today. The Hispanic Scholarship Fund has the information you need to help your kids go to college.
So here are the keys. Congratulations, it's officially yours. I'm sure you'll have many happy years here. Except for you, because you'll be gone 3 years from now, struck down by the same disease that got your father. So you won't be around for them. And sadly, it could have been detected early with a simple test, but you didn't have it. Okay, who wants to check out the backyard?
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Did you know that getting up and getting active for just 60 minutes a day is all it takes to help you get stronger, look better, and feel great?
Or that fresh fruits and veggies aren't just healthier and crunchier, they can taste better too?
Eating better and getting more active is easier than you think.
Yeah! Keep watching for some fun and easy ways to discover the magic of healthy living in your life.
America.
Let's get healthy together!
And we're back here on Open. There is much left to the show, but remember, you can join in on the conversation by giving us a call, 718-960-7241. As always, you can send us an email at open@bronxnet.org, and you can also follow us and tweet us at BronxNetTV, and even like and post something on our timeline at Facebook.com. And you go into Open BronxNet Television, and you can like, comment, and do what you want to do, and let us know how we are opening up to you. Well, breast cancer awareness is certainly one of the topics we hear the most about in October, but how many of us actually try to make a difference besides buying pink items at the store? Well, our next guest is taking that a step further, I should say, hosting an event at the Universal Health and Fitness Club to make a difference in the lives of those affected by breast cancer. We welcome now DeMarco Rivera and Karen Page to the set, and welcome.
How you doing, bro?
Good to have you. Good to have you. Thank you so much for coming. And as we said, when it comes to breast cancer, we normally see people in October wear a lot of pink, but you guys are taking it a little bit further. Give us a little bit about this here.
Okay, so what we did was we trained a lot of people, doctors, nurses, police officers. One of the things that we realize is that we train in all walks of life, and everybody talk about breast cancer, but they only walk. Mm-hmm. No one talk about training, how to eat, how to exercise, how to prevent breast cancer. You may see it very small, but no one is actually talking about going to the gym. Mm-hmm. All right, they'll walk 5-6 miles, but they won't come back into the gym. They won't eat right. They'll do the same thing over and over again until it actually hit their family. Mm-hmm. So we want to change that by inviting people into our gym, being able to know what cancer is. This is not breast cancer, but cancer awareness. Men still get cancer. Men get breast cancer, mm-hmm. and we don't know why. We don't know why. We don't know how. We don't know how to prevent it from happening. So, the thing is, me and my trainers, we took a stand and said, listen, you know what? Let's give them some information, a little bit about what it is about breast cancer awareness and cancer awareness, and bring some people out that have cancer. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of people that we train who actually have breast cancer, who have cancer in general. Right. So we got them coming out. So they're going to be able to talk at our seminar and share some of their events, share some of the training that they do, and some of the things that they changed in their life to get better.
And Karen, this takes fitness to a whole nother level because you're doing not just the fitness piece, but there's also that awareness piece.
Yes.
Give us a little bit about the awareness because many times people aren't aware, but you guys are really making sure that that's not the case.
Well, a good friend of mine, her mom has cancer, and we really took it to that level because we figured we could do something about it because I don't have nobody close to home that it hit yet, but when she told me that, I was like, we really need to do something to like make it really aware in our community up there. So we want everybody to come out.
Right. So is it taking place at Bronxdale Avenue,
Yes.
1624 Bronxdale Avenue? That is where Universal Fitness Club is. And so when they come out, what are they going to see?
Well, when they come out, they're going to see different trainers. We're going to be talking about different things, different exercises that they can actually do. We know breast cancer is a disease. We're not trying to say that we can fix that. Good prayer, good eating, good exercise. Hopefully God will bless you with something different. But just to get people out, again, it's something that, we got to stop avoiding it by just words and, little words by saying, you know what, we hope we never get it. All right. As Karen said, sometime it hit our community, and we know Bronx is kind of like, the obesity rate in the Bronx is so high, so everybody in the Bronx don't work out. So this is what you're saying. We got more restaurants than anybody that's in the 5 boroughs.
Right on Bronx.
Yeah, right on Bronx.
I know a couple of them. I don't want to tell them myself right now, but go ahead.
So what we did was, anyone who actually coming out to that event, we actually going to give them in November free training. So the whole month of November is going to be free. So you don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to. The only thing you have to do is show up and listen to what we have to offer. You don't have to say, we're not asking for no money, we're not asking for no donations, we're not asking for anything. Come out, come to our location, receive free training for the whole month of November, and you'll learn something. And I think that's giving back to our community. That's saying that, I'm not just going to talk about it, I'm going to show you. And a lot of these exercises you can take home with you. We do have DVDs that's out that you can actually do it yourself at home. We have a nutritionist specialist that's live it, not just say I'm a nutritionist and the stomach is out here and eating pizza. Now we have someone who actually living it. And
I like pizza, man.
You like pizza?
I eat pizza.
I do this too, right? But you in moderation.
She eat whole wheat pizza.
Okay. Okay, all right.
Whole wheat pizza. So and that's it. Again, we hooked up with American Italian Breast Foundation. They actually coming out November the 4th. So they're going to do free screening for us from 10 to 4. So any woman that's out there that's over 40 years old, you don't have to have insurance. You're just going to come to our location. You're going to sign up, and we're going to give them the information. They're going to be out there doing a lot of testing. And that's free. So, that's another thing that we actually, doing.
So talk about the ladies, because are there a lot of ladies out there really participating in the breast cancer awareness? I mean,
I'm aware that there are a lot. It's going to be a lot of them.
Okay. Because the thing about it is sometimes people see and then they don't come out. But that's the one thing, you got to make sure that they come on out. But you got the hook though. You're telling them you're getting free training.
Yeah.
We have over. I actually train over 100 people monthly, and we have a church right next door to us. So we have all the young ladies, the older ladies. She trains the pastor.
Okay.
So they actually coming out. They coming out. They gonna support because they support us all year long. And again, they feel like, wow, this is something great. They we don't have to run, we don't have to walk. Now you just got to come there, sit down, listen to some information, and take it home with you, and then we see you in November.
All right, well, that's beautiful. So the first annual Universal Fitness Cancer Awareness Seminar, and if people want more information, what do they do?
They can go to 50 Fit and Fabulous. 50 Fit and Fabulous is a foundation that we started for a young lady that's 50 and over. We're going to get free training for a year if they, actually come out. That's something that me and the trainers came together, and we're going to do that. So go to our website, 50 Fit and Fabulous, and you'll see all the information to sign up and get all the goodies.
All right. Well, thank you much for coming by.
Thank you.
Take care, and thank you so much. And so y'all stay right here. I got to take a break. You stay here, and get you off at the break.
Okay.
All right. Well, guess what? Now you can go to that website and find out to make the event, how to make the event on Saturday. That is October the 13th from 2 to 4 at the Universal Fitness Club on Bronxdale in the Bronx. And coming up, the Fordham Road BID will be here after this to discuss more awareness about events that are happening this weekend. So stay tuned. We're coming right back right after this.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
Right up here.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour
Lights there, darks there.
to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Find out how you can live United for Education. Give, advocate, volunteer. Go to liveunited.org.
Do you wear this?
Lava tus manos, utensilios y superficies de cocina con agua y jabón. Este año, 1 de 6 personas en Estados Unidos se enfermará por comer alimentos contaminados. Visita foodsafety.gov/español.
Well, Fordham Road is a destination for some of the busiest and smartest shoppers in the Bronx, and the local business improvement district is busier than ever, and they're busy lately with many events involving the community to come on in. And we welcome now Wilma Alonzo to the show, and welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
Good to have you back. I'm doing good.
You know, always.
It's about that time of the year.
About that time of the year.
And then Fordham Road is always exciting during Christmas
Always.
time. Yes. So share with us what's going on.
Okay, so we have a lot of events going on at this point. I would like to promote our Fordham Road Go Pink event, and of course, it's our previous interviewer was
breast
cancer. So what we're doing is it's an overall event where we're going to dress up Fordham Road pink. So our website will be pink, and we're going to have ribbons on the lamppost, and basically it's like a two-way event. One, it will be the fundraising component, and we are partnering with the American Cancer Society for that one. So we have our Fordham Road Go Pink page at the American Cancer Society for making strides against breast cancer. And so that's one opportunity that people, business owners, property owners, that people from the community, that they do navigate internet, they can have the opportunity to make their donations through the website. But also we have a networking event scheduled for October 17th at Applebee's on 3rd Avenue. And of course, people can make donations there too. We were able to get a commitment from Applebee's. So people that will show, and they can upload this coupon on our website, they can donate 10% of every meal that you're going to purchase during the entire day of October 17th.
Wow.
And the proceeds will go to the American Cancer Society. And, you know, we have also the involvement of the business owners. So when regular shoppers are doing their errands and buying as usual, so what they can do is they can make a commitment to the American Cancer Society. They can make a donation, small donation of $1, and the store owner will hang this at their store. So, and the proceeds, of course, will go to the American Cancer Society.
Beautiful. So that networking event gives opportunities for businesses to come together?
Sure. Businesses, community, everybody.
So we want the business. If you're interested in coming on out, you come on out, and at the same time, you also can get a discount on a meal too.
Sure, of course.
That's it. So what else is going on?
Oh, we have our fall sidewalk sale tomorrow. It's from October 11th to October 13th. So meaning it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and it's from 11 to 7. So huge discounts. Make sure to stop by. It's going to be huge.
So you got the sidewalk going on. You got
the sidewalk. We have our health screenings. We have yoga lessons, Tai Chi. The push this year has been to put life into the public spaces that we have. Fordham Road is very well known as a shopping destination, but what we want is to put other activities so they can come for those activities, and at the end of the day, they will shop.
That's right. So we want you coming out to the Business Improvement District, and come on down Fordham Road. It's a wonderful, wonderful area. And so if people want to become a part of the BID, how do they do that?
Well, they can see our events on our webpage, fordhamroadbid.org, or they can follow us on Facebook, Twitter. They can call the office, 718-562-2104. We are always available. And make sure that you put on your calendar to save a day for our holiday event, December 7th. We changed the location. It's going to be at Mueller Park instead of Fordham and Kingsbridge. It will be Fordham and Creston.